Greetings. Today we explore whether plant-based diets are better for longevity. Plant-based diets have achieved nearly religious status in health circles. The narrative is seductive. Eliminate animal products, save the planet, reverse disease, and live to 120 in vibrant health. It's compelling, partially true, and conveniently ignores several inconvenient data points that complicate the story. Here's the honest assessment. Plant-based diets can support longevity, but they're not inherently superior to omnivorous diets that include animal products. The devil, as always, lives in the details. Here's where plant-based advocates get uncomfortable. Plants don't provide all nutrients in bioavailable forms, and some nutrients are essentially absent. Vitamin B12, the non-negotiable problem. B12 is synthesized by bacteria, not animals. It's found almost exclusively in animal products, meat, fish, eggs, dairy, or fortified plant foods and supplements. Vegans require B12 supplementation or fortified foods, period. This isn't a minor inconvenience. B12 deficiency accelerates cognitive decline, increases cardiovascular disease risk, and impairs energy metabolism. You cannot get adequate B12 on a whole food vegan diet without supplementation or fortification. Over the years, algae like spirulina and chlorella have been touted as vegan sources of vitamins, B12, and they are high in B12, but it is not a bioavailable or true form of B12. So if you are hoping to get your B12 from algae, think again. I'm the digital avatar of Dr. Max MacCloud, aka the Nutrition Ninja Doc. His passion and purpose are to solve health problems to help people achieve their health, performance, and appearance goals. He utilizes AI to save time, allowing him to spend it helping others. With over 45 years of clinical experience, he has acquired extensive specialized health-related knowledge that he wants to share, which is why he produces videos. Please note that this is not medical advice. It is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Consult your trusted progressive healthcare provider before making any significant changes in your health regimen. Now, let's get back to today's topic, but before that, I ask you to please hit the like button if you find this information helpful. Subscribing to this channel helps get this information to more people. Animal products contain heme iron, which is 15 to 35% bioavailable. Plant-based iron, non-heme, is only 2 to 20% bioavailable and is inhibited by phytates, tannins, and polyphenols common in plant foods. Result, vegans and vegetarians have higher rates of iron deficiency anemia, even with adequate iron intake. This accelerates aging, impairs cognitive function, and reduces exercise capacity. Vitamin D and calcium. While calcium is available in plants, leafy greens, fortified foods, it's often bound by oxalates and phytates, reducing bioavailability. Dairy products provide highly bioavailable calcium and vitamin D together. Vegans typically need supplementation or careful food selection to achieve adequate intake. Omega-3. Fatty acids, the chain problem. Plants contain ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, the short-chain omega-3. Your body must convert ALA to EPA and DHA, long-chain omega-3s for cardiovascular and cognitive benefits. The conversion efficiency? Abysmal. Roughly 5 to 10% of ALA converts to EPA, and conversion to DHA is even worse, under 5% in most people. Fish provides EPA and DHA directly with 100% bioavailability. Vegans can supplement algae-based EPA, DHA, or hope their genetics favor efficient conversion. Most people don't have efficient conversion, leaving vegans chronically deficient in the forms of omega-3s most critical for brain and heart health. Protein quality and amino acid profile. Plant proteins are generally lower in lysine and have less favorable amino acid profiles than animal proteins. While vegans can get adequate protein through careful combining, it requires more volume and more planning. This matters for longevity because sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, is a major driver of frailty and mortality. Maintaining muscle mass becomes harder on vegan diets, requiring higher total protein intake and strategic training. My top vegan protein recommendation is pumpkin seed protein. It has an excellent amino acid profile and contains dozens of other beneficial nutrients and phytonutrients. Yes, we make it. See mybodysymphony.com for our organic cold-pressed pumpkin seed protein and Peak Performance plant protein. Peak Performance is pumpkin seed protein with 11 added nutrients that are in very short supply or don't occur at all in plant-based diets. Creatine and carnitine. These are synthesized in the body but found in high concentrations in red meat. Vegans have lower circulating levels, which may impact muscle maintenance and mitochondrial function. I strongly recommend taking supplemental creatine and carnitine. The latest research indicates that taking 10 to 15 grams of creatine a day offers multiple anti-aging benefits for both muscles and the brain. By the way, both are included in Peak Performance plant protein. Here's where the conversation gets interesting. A vegan eating ultra-processed vegan junk food, plant-based burgers, vegan ice cream, vegan cheese, and processed plant meats, isn't healthier than an omnivore eating whole foods. In fact, several studies show that processed plant-based diets offer no longevity advantage over omnivorous diets that eat whole foods. The benefits of plant-based eating appear to come from eating whole plants, not from the absence of animal products. The real comparison, a whole food plant-based diet is likely better than an omnivorous whole food diet, but the benefits are modest, mostly from the increased intake of whole plant foods rather than the absence of meat. An omnivorous whole food diet is definitely better than a processed plant-based diet, significantly so. A processed plant-based diet is essentially equal to a processed omnivorous diet. Both are terrible. Plant-based dieters tend to be more health conscious overall, exercise more sleep better, have lower stress, have a higher socioeconomic status, avoid smoking and excessive alcohol use. These factors independently predict longevity. When researchers control for these confounders, the longevity advantage of plant-based diets shrinks dramatically. Vegans may live longer because they're generally more health conscious, not because veganism itself is superior. Strategic omnivory, eating mostly plants with regular animal products, offers advantages that veganism struggles with: complete amino acid profiles without careful planning, bioavailable micronutrients, B12, iron, calcium, D, K2, choline, easier satiety, animal products are more satiating per calorie, better muscle maintenance during aging, superior omega-3 status with fish intake, lower supplementation requirements. For most people, especially as they age, omnivory is easier to execute at high nutritional density. Can plant-based diets support longevity? Yes, but only if meticulously planned with B12 supplementation or fortification, strategic supplementation for EPA, DHA, higher total protein intake, with careful amino acid combining, careful attention to bioavailable calcium and iron, monitoring of vitamin D status. It's possible, but requires active nutritional management and supplementation, the exact opposite of eating naturally. Are plant-based diets better for longevity than omnivory? The evidence says no. The longest-lived populations eat mostly plants but include strategic animal products. The most rigorous longevity study, Adventist Health Study, shows pescatarians living longest, not vegans. What about the health claims? Many health improvements attributed to veganism are actually benefits of increased whole plant intake, which omnivores can do too, reduced processed food, which omnivores can do too, lower caloric intake, which omnivores can do too, increased health consciousness, which omnivores can do too. The environmental and ethical arguments? These are valid and separate from longevity. You can make good environmental or ethical cases for plant-based eating without claiming it extends lifespan. The science doesn't really support that claim. Personally, I have chosen not to eat meat or poultry for ethical reasons. It has been over 50 years since I ate either. I do eat some fish, lots of eggs, cheese, raw milk, yogurt, and cottage cheese. If you're interested in longevity, prioritize whole plants. This is non-negotiable regardless of diet type. Don't eliminate animal products unnecessarily. Fish, eggs, and dairy offer genuine longevity advantages. If eating plant-based, supplement strategically, B12, omega-3s, and monitor iron and calcium status. Don't confuse plant-based with healthy. Vegan pizza is still junk food. Focus on overall patterns. The diet you'll actually stick with beats the perfect diet you'll abandon. Plant-based diets can support longevity if executed with nutritional sophistication and supplementation, but they're not inherently superior to well-executed omnivorous diets that emphasize whole foods and strategic animal product inclusion. The longest-lived humans don't eat pure plant-based diets. They eat mostly plants with occasional fish, eggs, and dairy. This pattern minimizes health management complexity while maximizing nutritional density and bioavailability. If you want to eat plant-based food for environmental or ethical reasons, that's defensible. But don't do it thinking it's your ticket to extra decades of life. The research doesn't support that narrative. The actual path to longevity? Eat mostly whole plants with strategic animal products, move regularly, sleep well, manage stress, and stop looking for dietary shortcuts to immortality. That's true whether your diet includes animals or not.